Hello, friends! Today we will escape from Sprunky Prison. To find out what's in my room, you need to like and subscribe. Come on, I'm waiting. Well, 3, 2, 1.
There's a puking pomni here today!
Just look! Everything is orange here. It looks extremely unusual. I really like this location. It looks like the developers really tried very hard to change it.
By the way, some of our new friends haven't played these modes yet. I think we should show them these modes and what they look like now. It's quite an interesting game, and in general, we haven't played Roblox for quite a while.
Well, we finally reached the first boss area. Look at that, it's an orange Sprunky. He looks the funniest. I even think he's shaking his head a little because he has headphones on. Maybe there's some interesting music playing in the headphones.
Okay, let's run straight to the stairs now. Now we need to climb up them. We're already at the very top, and now we're running forward. Now we need to jump on this pipe.
Great, we're finally on it. Okay, now we're going to run along this pipe straight to the ventilation. I don't think it'll take us long. The most important thing is not to fall down, so we don't have to climb back up again.
And now we are already in the ventilation. Now we run straight into the room with the toilets. It's good that we know that the correct toilet stall is toilet stall number 2, because that's where this tunnel is located.
We dug this tunnel and found ourselves right in some kind of lava dungeon. Now we will need to jump on these platforms so as not to fall down. But it seems to me that not all players can do this, so we will be extremely careful.
Great! We've already crossed this bridge. Now we're going into this giant orange skull. Now we'll have to jump over these gaps so we don't fall right into this lava.
Great, we jumped. We found ourselves in a huge corridor in which there is a huge rolling stone. The most important thing is to hide in these shelters in time, so that this stone does not knock us down and we do not die. But it seems that this player did not quite know the rules.
Okay, now we need to run straight to these stairs to get to boss number 2. Let's go up them and take a look. Wow! We're finally in this area, and look at that! Orange Sprunky again! He really wants to catch up with us, but I don't think he has a chance because we're moving much faster than he is.
Look at this guy. He keeps chasing us. But we finally made it to this half-collapsed staircase, and now we have to climb up it. Great. We'll have to climb up now without falling, and I think we can do it.
Cool, we're finally at the top. Now let's run straight to that elevator. Now we need to press this lever, and we'll go up. Great. We only have a little bit left to go to get to the boss.
Now we need to drink this energy drink and start running forward. Okay, let's do it. Great! This energy drink speeds us up a lot, and we can run super fast on these platforms. Now the main thing is to jump over these gaps so as not to fall into this huge orange abyss.
Honestly, I think there's lava down there because it's some weird glowing orange liquid. I hope we don't fall into it.
Great, we've jumped over and are now climbing the stairs up. Let's get to the top as soon as possible. I hope we can do it.
Wow! Just look! Everything is orange here too. We finally ran into the storage room, and now we need to get this ladder out of here. Let's quickly take it right under this ventilation. The most important thing is to place it correctly.
Great, we've put up this ladder and now we've made the jump. Now we're gonna climb up this ladder and then we're gonna run forward.
Great, we're in a location where a giant fan is going to try to blow us right into that lava. But I know we just have to jump and keep going so we don't fall down.
And now we come to the 2 most boring parts of the game, namely the challenge where we have to jump on pipes, and the second challenge where we have to turn valves. To be honest, I hate these challenges the most, because they do not change at all. Every time we play such modes, the developers always leave these valves the same. I think it would be much cooler if this challenge was replaced with something else or removed completely.
Okay, we've twisted everything, and now we have to run straight to this ladder, climb up it. Come on, let's run ahead. Now we'll need to go across these weird metal bridges that look a lot like ventilation, but to be honest, it seems to me that they're too small to be ventilation because otherwise we wouldn't fit in it.
Okay, now we need to make the jump. Great, we jumped into this vent, and now we need to run through it to go straight to the next challenge.
Look at this. It's a giant hallway with fans. But we don't even need to jump here, because the distance between the platforms is quite small, and so this airflow just carries us. Okay, let's just stand there and watch the airflow carry us to the end of this test.
Great, we're finally here. Now we need to climb up these stairs and then jump into this wind tunnel.
Great! We finally jumped and we jumped right into this vent. Wow, that was really cool. We finally got to the cafeteria where we're going to fight the third boss.
It's the orange Sprunky again, but this time he's got a frying pan in his hand and he's going to throw food at us, which will slow us down a lot. Okay, let's grab that bazooka and start shooting at this guy.
Okay, we have the bazooka in our hands and we start damaging him. I hope he doesn't kill us here, although he moves quite slowly and doesn't throw food that often.
But we finally managed to kill him, and now we need to jump right into this hill. Let's roll down it to the top to jump over the giant gap.
Wow. Great, we've made it over that. And now we're heading to the last 2 challenges before we meet the final boss. Now we're going to climb up these stairs, and then we're going to be in a giant wind tunnel with lasers.
Let's open this door. And the main thing now is not to touch these lasers, but just fly up, no matter what. Hopefully we can actually do that. Okay, let's fly past the last laser now. It was pretty easy here, and we can finally move on.
And now we have our very last challenge before meeting the final boss. Here we need to climb up this ladder and go straight to these planks. We only need to take 1 plank because we know this life hack. We can simply move this plank between platforms and run along it. It's very easy.
Okay, we finally got to the final test, and here we have to fight the giant boss Sprunky. We know that this boss's weak point is his arms, because if we break them, they will stop shooting at us. Let's not stop and try to defeat him.
Great. One of his arms is destroyed. We just have to shoot the other one. The main thing is not to stop and keep doing this so that this boss doesn't have time to deal us enough damage.
We finally beat him, and now this guy's blown up. Well, now we can get in this SWAT vehicle and head straight to the next game.
Okay, we've added the first character, and everything seems to be absolutely unchanged. All that's changed is their icons. Okay, this looks extremely strange.
And the weirdest thing is that there is absolutely no icon here, but just look at the red one's eyes. I think there's something wrong with his eyes. Okay, let's look further.
Oh, look how much they changed him. I don't think he looks anything like his original self. Okay, now we add the next character and... Oh my god, what did she say? That was the weirdest thing.
Oh my god, just listen to this. These are absolutely not her lines. Okay, let's add the next character. I wonder how they changed him? No, unfortunately, he stayed exactly the same.
Okay, so far the only sound difference is 1 character, but I hope that won't be the only one. I want many characters to be different. This character here is not changed at all, unlike this guy, because he looks completely different from the original version.
Okay, I think we'll take this character out of here. I don't like the sound he makes at all. And we've added Mr. Sun here. Look, he's got a huge eye. His sound is changed. His sound was already pretty bad, but in this modification, his sound is just disgusting.
Okay, well, I think we should remove a few characters from here at once. Wow, look at that. His head just stayed down even after we removed it. Okay, that was pretty weird. Maybe it will happen again. No, okay, he's completely gone this time. Let's add the next character.
By the way, just look, he has a new haircut, but I think he should sound new. No, unfortunately, he sounds exactly the same as before.
Look at this tree. Somebody cut all the leaves off it and left just 1 stump. Okay, we're looking at the next character. Oh my god, just look at his mouth. It sounds like he's biting something. Okay, that's really the most unusual thing, and it sounds pretty funny too.
And now we've got this whistling guy, but for some reason, he's got this really stupid hat. It's got no top. It's just so stupid. And by the way, Mr. Computer has absolutely... Wait, what? Oh my god, that scared the hell out of me. And that actually sounds really creepy.
Okay, I think we'll take him out of here and add the next character. Wait, does she sound exactly like that? That's really awful. I don't like that at all.
Look at her. Her ears are gone. Okay, that looks really weird too. And now we've added this guy, but he looks exactly the same. Yeah, look at him. He's still the same.
Well, okay, now I think we should add this guy in here. I wonder what's gonna happen. Okay, it looks like we've moved to another dimension. But here, all the characters look almost exactly the same. But they sound, in my opinion, very similar to the original.
Honestly, it really pisses me off. I was hoping that they would be changed in some way, but unfortunately, they remained absolutely the same. Yeah, just listen to this. All these characters sound absolutely identical to the original versions. Okay, it looks like there is nothing creepy waiting for us here, except for these guys.
I actually think the developers could have done a little more work on their changes. Okay, I think we should add this guy here. And by the way, he's slightly changed visually, and it's very noticeable.
Just like this guy was changed, but they decided not to change the blue guy at all. He remained completely similar to the original. Like Mr. Sun, only now he has no eye. Instead of an eye, he has one static pupil.
Oh my god, we're not getting any altered sounds here. Instead, oh my god, look at that. Okay, that's as rude as it gets. I didn't think the game would try to insult us. Okay, let's move on.
And now we see this guy with teeth. It looks like they forgot to draw his mouth. It looks super dumb. Okay, let's add some characters here. Maybe it will change something.
Unfortunately, Mr. Computer doesn't make any sounds at all. Just look at his model. It looks like he's frozen or something. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Okay, now we've added Wenda here, and she doesn't have anything changed either. Oh, look, she's visually changed a little bit, because instead of her face, some weird creepy face is added.
And now we'll add the last two characters here, but unfortunately they're also completely unchanged. Well, this mod was pretty weird, but we liked it, and I hope there will be more mods like this.
And it would be much better if these mods were even more thoughtful and with many more innovations. And now we move on to the next mod.
Just look at all the characters. They're all girls, and they look insanely beautiful. And by the way, for some reason they're all changed. Okay, let's see how they all sound and look here.
I really like their long hair. It looks pretty cool. These characters really look the funniest. Well, okay. By the way, no one changed this character at all, but I think their sounds changed a little bit.
Okay, let's try to see how all the characters sound. So far, to be honest, I don't feel any difference at all, but I think we should just keep adding characters here. I think we'll definitely hear something new, but for now, everything sounds exactly the same as in the original version.
Look at these funny hairstyles, and this guy even got his own bow tie. Okay, this actually looks really interesting. I don't think we've seen many of these modes. Okay, I think we should try to see what all the other characters look like. Let's add everyone else here to see what they actually look like.
Okay, we added this guy here. And honestly, those apples hanging on top of him look super cool too. Okay, I think we should add characters to see how they look. And honestly, I don't think they changed this guy at all. He looks exactly the same as in absolutely every other game.
Okay, apparently, some characters in this game didn't change their appearance. They look exactly the same as in the original. Okay, and just look at Wenda. She looks different. She has some kind of long, weird hair. Okay, let's move on.
Now we only have two characters to look at here, and honestly, I don't think they're any different at all. Yeah, look, and all they've added is hair. Okay, now I think we should add this weird moon icon here.
Just look at it. There was some loading right away, and the characters look completely different. Okay, let's see what they are like in this game.
Wow, just look at its appearance. It really looks very beautiful. It looks like some kind of fox or something. It looks like they turned into some kind of strange, unknown creatures. These creatures are really very unusual. I think that the developers of this mode really worked hard on this appearance. They really tried very hard to draw them here.
Okay, let's see what all the other characters look like. And so far, I really like all the looks that are here. But I think it would be much cooler if the sounds of these characters were slightly changed too. But for now, unfortunately, we can only make do with the original sounds.
But their whole look is really unusual, and I really like that. Just look at all these guys. They really look atypical for their appearance. Okay, well, I want to see them all, and I think we can definitely do that today. Let's just keep adding characters here.
By the way, just look at the green one. In the original game, he looks really creepy, but here he looks insanely cute. I don't think anyone has ever depicted him like this.
Okay, I think we should look at the next characters. And honestly, the way the blue one looks here, I think this is one of the best depictions of him in all the games.
Oh my god, someday I'll start understanding what this idiot is saying. But that day hasn't come yet. Okay, by the way, look at this. Mr. Sun has been replaced with Mr. Moon, and he looks insanely cool too. Okay, well, Now I guess we should see what the characters look like, and we've already added 2 more here.
By the way, look at that! It's a female version of Mr. Tree, and it looks like he has some interesting moon fruits growing on top. Okay, that looks so cool. Oh wow, look at that! It looks like he's become some kind of electric because he's made out of lightning bolts, and instead of a tail, he has a fork that you plug into an outlet.
Well, okay, well. Oh! Wow! Just look at him! He even put on some kind of jacket and they added a star to him. Okay, he also looks atypical, just like Mr. Happy Computer. Well, okay, we just have to add the rest of the characters here and see how they look here.
And so far, I'm loving it. Let's look at the last 2 characters. Wow, look at how cute they look. Insanely cute. I'm really enjoying this mode.
This mode was really cool. I really liked it. I didn't think that all the characters would be depicted so beautifully here, but it would be much better if the sounds of these characters were also replaced here. But unfortunately, their sounds remain similar to the original ones. I hope that someday the developers will release the next version of this game where they will fix this flaw.
This looks really cool, but if you guys like this mode, we're moving on to the next mode right now, and our friends are going to help us review it.
Hello, friends! Today we will play a modification of our game again. Let's see what's here. Wow, this looks completely different. Okay, let's try to transfer the first picture. Wow, look at this. This is Red, and he's making a really cool beat here.
Do you even hear that music? It sounds so cool. Okay, let's check out the next character. Oh, wow, look at him. He's here too. Oh my god, he makes an awesome sound. I think that sound is seriously the coolest sound in this game. Okay, let's check out the next one.
And now we've added the guy with the plate on his head. Let's hear how he sounds here. That also adds a really cool groove to it. Now we need to hear the next sounds that are here. I think we'll add 2 at once and hear what kind of song we get after that.
Oh my god, do you hear that? By the way, just look. She took out her tongue, and there's an eye in her tongue. Okay, that sounds really creepy and scary, and it looks really unpleasant too.
Okay, let's move on. Oh my god, look at Gray. For some reason he has some kind of screen in his head. Oh my god, look at him. He seems to be lagging. Apparently that's his thing here. Okay, let's take the last place here. Cool! Look at this. It looks like someone broke his screen, and now we can see his real eye. Okay, I think we should try cutting out a few characters and replacing them with something else.
I think we'll use that exclamation mark now. Just look at who it is. Okay, he's got really creepy black eyes, and one of his eyes keeps changing different pictures. Well, that looks really funny.
And now we move on. By the way, look at this guy. It looks like he's going to have a hat on his head. And by the way, it looks like it's not really a hat, it's like a siren or something. Okay, I don't know what that's called. Okay, I think we'll take this character out and add the next one here.
Oh my god, finally! It makes cool sounds. I can't even believe it can make such a cool sound. Wow, it doesn't just have one sound, it has several variations of sounds, and it sounds really cool. Okay, now we're going to take this guy out of here and add this one in here.
Now, instead of a hole in his head, he has a hole in his eye, but the sounds he makes are as loud as they can be. Okay, I think we definitely need to keep that sound. And we'll take Gray out of here. Let's add this character instead. Oh, it's Mr. Tree, but now his hole has teeth and some creepy, weird white eye. Okay, well, I guess we should replace this guy with something else now. Let's see what we get when we replace him.
This is Mr. Sun, but for some reason in this game he looks very upset. I think he has some kind of tragedy. I have never seen him like this before, but I don't like the sound he makes here either. So I think we should get him out of here, like Mr. Tree.
I think we're gonna take him out and try to add the next one in here. Wow, look at him. He's got some strings between his horns now. Wow, look at him. It looks like some kind of guitar or something. Okay, everything that's playing here sounds incredibly cool, and I love it so much. Okay, I think it's time to take this character out and add the next one in his place.
Just look at this. It's yellow. But he looks the weirdest here. For some reason, his eyes are so unusual, and the sounds he makes also sound pretty weird. I don't like them very much, so I think we should remove him from here and add another character here.
For example, oh my god! Just look at what happened to Venda! She looks really weird here. It looks like she was really lagging. Okay, I think we'll put this character next to him. Look, this is our friend, but I can't hear him at all. It seems like he's adding some kind of extremely inaudible choir here.
Okay, let's take him out of here and take Venda out of here because she's making some weird noises too. And add this character here.
Look who it is! It's Pink! Let's see what she's doing. She's adding some weird, interesting choir to it. Okay, that sounds as cool and unusual as possible. And I like the way she sounds here. I think we should add another character to this now.
Oh my god. Look who it is. It's me, and it looks like I'm adding some more choir to this. Okay, we have one last character left to add here, and that's Mr. Computer. We've added him, and he seems to have gone absolutely nuts here.
Okay, this looks really weird, and the sounds in this game are really scary. They scare the hell out of me, but I hope you enjoyed this mode about us. Now we'll move on to the next mode.
Here we can add characters to our scene, and they will do some weird things. Let's see what can actually happen here.
It turns out that we need to add Yellow here next to the others. Okay, I think we should add Arnold here. No, I think it would be much more fun if we added Funbot here. Okay, let's put him. We'll put the tuner here next to it and see what happens. I'm really curious to see that.
Okay, we added them here, and everything looks pretty normal. But I think there's something wrong with his animation. It's entirely possible that... Wait, what's going on? Oh, did you see that? He stopped singing the song, but for some reason this game started lagging really badly. What just happened? Did you see that? Oh my god, that's the weirdest thing ever.
Wait, they're friends, but for some reason they're kissing each other. Okay, that's really the weirdest thing ever. Well, I guess we should add me here. Let's see if something happens again.
Wait, they all went silent again. Why is this happening? It's so weird. It's really scary. What happens if we add someone else to this? Maybe he kisses some other character? It really does seem very unusual.
Let's take him out of here and put this character in his place. Maybe the same thing will happen to them. I hope it really does. Yeah, look at that. I'm starting to look around at everyone and I think I even put my head on him. I wonder... Wow, seriously? That actually happened. Okay, that's totally unexpected.
I wonder what would happen if we added a female character to this. Let's see what could happen. Okay, now they have to start all over again. Maybe it will happen again. I'm very interested to know.
Yeah, look at him. He starts looking around at everyone again. Well, for some reason, this game starts lagging really badly because of that. Look at him. He actually did that. Okay, that was really weird.
Let's add this character here. Maybe something really special will happen here. Wow, look at that. They went silent again, and he put his head on her shoulder. Okay, let's see what happens next. Kissed again. Okay, that's awesome. Now let's try to go to another dimension and see what happens here.
Let's add him here next to us. We'll add Simon again. Maybe he'll want to do the same thing again as before. What if that's it? Okay, I think we should add our characters here and see if we can do it again or not. But I don't think he's going to do it again here at all. He has a very ordinary face, and he looks quite strange in general. He's just smiling and laughing. Okay, it seemed to work only in normal mode, but this was really very unusual.
Okay, let's continue making music here, or we'll try to go back to the normal world again. But unfortunately, it looks like we can't do that. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. Maybe there are some more secret animations here. That would be the coolest thing. I'd really like to see secret animations here so we can enjoy this game better.
By the way, it's the weirdest thing that these characters' models appear right behind them. Honestly, I didn't think it would work that way. Okay, it looks like this game still has some bugs, but by the way, it looks like this is the switch that makes these characters do extra animations. It's possible that there's some other secret here that we haven't figured out yet, but it looks like we should look for information about it online, although it's quite possible that it works a little differently.
Actually, I thought this mode would have a lot more fun, but it looks like these weird animations are only in the normal dimension. Okay, let's add all the characters here again and see if there's some hidden animation we haven't seen. And by the way, in the gallery there's no hint of a secret animation here either.
It seems to me that all the Easter eggs in this game are over, and there is nothing interesting here anymore. It is quite possible that if we return to the normal mode, we will definitely see them. But unfortunately, we do not have such an opportunity.
Okay, looks like we've really seen all the weird stuff that can happen in this mode. Next up, we'll look at another mode. Wow, look at how funny this all looks. It looks like some kind of computer club or something. By the way, every character here looks like the original, only he is made in the form of a computer.
Yes, it really does look like some kind of huge computer club, but for some reason the developers didn't change the sounds at all. They left them exactly the same here.
But this all looks extremely unusual and unfamiliar to me. Well, let's add Gray and Wenda and listen to how they sound. By the way, I really like how they sound together.
I think we'll take this and this character out of here. Now I want to add the original computer here. Wait, seriously? It turns out we can add it here? Look at this. It actually looks really funny.
Okay, now let's add Yellow and Tree here. By the way, just look how huge Mr. Tree looks. He's really big, but I think his sound doesn't really suit us for this song. I'd better add this guy here, because he'll sound pretty cool. By the way, he has the words love written on his monitor all the time, which is really cute. I really like how it's written here.
Now let's see what this guy looks like. And to be honest, he always looks as dumb as possible. I don't understand why he has a bucket on his head, but maybe it helps him make his sounds.
Okay, now we'll remove the red one from here and add Mr. Sun here. By the way, for some reason he decided to disconnect from this table, and now he exists as if separately, with all the wires torn off. This looks extremely unusual.
Now let's look at this guy. He looks like some kind of neutral smiley or something.
It's time to add Pink here to see how it looks. Look, her face was just put into this monitor and she got ears. Okay, that looks really cool. Well, we're going to add him in now. Wow, this looks unusual. I really like how they portrayed this character here. And now, I think it's time to add a black character here. So we're going to a more creepy world.
Oh my god, just look, it looks like we're going to see everyone as computers here too.
Oh my god, do you see this? This is a real human heart. Oh my god, this looks so creepy and disgusting. I didn't think it would be so scary.
Okay, we added a second character here, and this computer is now hanging from a rope from the ceiling, and it's dripping blood. My god, these developers' imagination is crazy.
We added another character here, and to be honest, it's the weirdest thing to see when a computer has blood. Usually it doesn't. Oh, look at that! Mr. Funbot doesn't have anything changed. He just looks more scared.
Okay, now we'll add Veneria here. By the way, she looks as natural as possible. She looks exactly the same as in the original, just in the body of the computer. I think we'll remove her from here and add Gray here.
Oh no, it says hopelessness on his monitor. Anxiety. These words really scare me. I don't like these words.
Now we've added a guy with a bucket here, and it looks like someone ripped part of his monitor off, but it still works.
Okay, now I think we'll add this guy here, and by the way, he also looks like the original version of the game. Now I think we should take him out of here and add the green one here. Is that a computer with a haircut? It looks super weird, but I never liked those sounds, so we should definitely get it out of here and back in here. Oh my god, it looks like it's been treated really badly. Okay, I don't want to look at it.
Now we've added Mr. Sun here, and he's not much different either, just like the purple guy.
Okay, let's get these guys out of here and add Mr. Tree in here. Oh my god, he's as big as he can be again. Now he's a giant monitor with an eye in the center.
Okay, we've added 2 more characters here, and to be honest, they're not that different. By the way, the original computer looks the same as in the original game.
Oh my god, just look at Wenda. She's covered in blood and looks really scary. Okay, now we have added 2 more characters here, and now we know how they all look in this mod. This mod was quite interesting, and I think it's time to look at another mod about our game. We will play the same game as ours, only here everyone will be replaced by Mr. Tree. Just look at how funny this looks. By the way, it looks like everyone here really has their sounds replaced, and everyone looks exactly the same.
Oh no, just look, he has a bucket on his head. That's extremely unusual.
Okay, I didn't think we'd be playing a mode like this.
Now it looks like some kind of forest or some kind of alley. They are also slightly changed. These sounds sound really strange.
I think we should do a better job of exploring all the sounds that are here. And it looks like they are almost exactly the same as in the original game and are no different.
Okay, let's look at all the sounds. I think we should be able to put together a cool song out of all of them. We have a lot of sounds here, and I think we can actually put together a pretty interesting song.
I really like this sound, but I really don't like the choir because they all look the same and I don't really understand who is making what sound, so we constantly have to check each character separately.
I think we need this sound from here. Okay, now let's add the whistling guy. I think he'll complement our composition perfectly.
Great. That sounds pretty cool. I really like that song. Actually, I'm surprised someone made a mode like that.
By the way, just look. It's a computer. It makes there are some pretty funny sounds here, too. Okay, everything that's happening here really does look extremely strange and unusual. I think it's worth trying to explore absolutely everything that's here. By the way, we haven't listened to what this sound sounds like yet. Here, wait, seriously? It seems to me that these sounds are absolutely no different.
I think we should leave these sounds here.
I'm so happy to see how many people around the world are creating mods for our game. It is just amazing that our work has inspired their creativity.
I love it too. Every mod adds something new and unique, and it makes the game even more interesting. I love how creative people are in rebuilding our content.
Haha, I totally agree with you. I am so happy to see how players explore the universe of our game and add their own ideas. It shows that creativity has no limits. And I love watching people make mods with our characters. We get to be part of their creative process, and it's incredible. Community support makes us all stronger.
That's true, Simon. I never thought our characters would inspire people to create something so amazing. It's such an honor for us, and I think this is just the beginning.
You know, I think that mods not only enrich our game, but also create a community around it. Players can share their knowledge and ideas with each other, and this really inspires all of us.
Yes, exactly. I see players connecting through creativity, sharing their projects, and even discussing how to improve the original game. It's great that we can be part of this discussion and get feedback.
And don't forget that this also gives us a chance to learn what people really like. We can use this feedback to improve our games and their elements. Creating shared content is a great way to communicate with our fans.
I love seeing newbies try their hand at making their own versions. Everyone starts with something simple, but then their ideas become completely unique. It inspires me to do something new and exciting.
And this shows that we can all learn from each other. I hope that in the future, we will see even more creative ideas and projects related to our game. The more people join this movement, the brighter our gaming universe will become.
Just look at all the cool mods our little friends make. It's like a huge party of ideas where everyone can add something fun.
Hee hee! Oh, and all these mods look so fun. I love it when guys make colorful characters and funny songs. They are so creative, just like wizards.
I'm happy to see everyone laughing and playing together. It is like a big dance where everyone can be a star. We all create joy and happiness together. Oh yeah, it's like collecting all the candies in the world. Each mod is a new flavor we can try. I want to try them all, especially the ones that make everyone happy.
Okay, I think we've explored this mod quite well. And now it's time to check out another one.
Hello everyone, friends, and today we will play again in the mod about our game. Everything here looks extremely strange. Just look at how everything is drawn here.
But just look, I am everywhere here, and it looks like they drew me here in different forms.
Bro, if I was drawn as ugly, I wouldn't be happy about it at all. Just look at how creepy everything looks here.
Oh my god, is that really the sound of purple? That sounds so stupid. Okay, let's look at Mr. Sun now. To be honest, he looks the funniest here.
It's funny that they decided to use you, bro. I've never seen anything like this anywhere. But by the way, the drawing in this game is really disgusting. Yeah, I think the developers should have put a little more effort into the design here. And by the way, all the sounds in this game were completely replaced.
Yeah, I think the developers should have put a little more effort into the design here. And by the way, all the sounds in this game were completely replaced.
I hope someday someone will make a mode in my honor, and all available characters will transfer us to a separate world.
I think this idea is initially stupid because in this case, we won't be able to compose a song every time because every time we will generate a new world. And here, everything sounds quite good. By the way, I really like this hip-hop.
Yes, these beats really sound very cool. I'm even surprised that they made a separate game about you. And by the way, just look, there are some additional sounds on top. Really, there are 2 buttons on top. I just noticed them. I think we should listen to them right now. And by the way, they sound really unusual. It sounds like some really cool hip-hop beat.
It looks like they tried their best with my mode cool. Even though the drawing here is absolutely disgusting, all the sounds here sound incredibly cool. And I think we can make a really cool song out of them.
To be honest, I'm starting to envy you a little. Besides these sounds, there are also vocals from some really cool rapper who raps here. It sounds incredibly cool. I didn't think anyone could do something so cool.
It looks like the developers really tried their best here. Just listen to what a cool song we got. It seems to me that we have never created something so cool. Okay, well, I think it's time to go to another dimension.
Great idea. Let's move this black hat now. Wow, just look. We really moved someone and everything here looks extremely scary. This red, creepy, flickering background is starting to scare me. By the way, just listen how orange sounds here, and we finally added me to this scene.
Wow, I didn't think the music could be so fast here. It's like some super cool techno beat. I really like this kind of music, and I think we should definitely have a cool song here.
It looks like the developers decided to return everyone to their normal appearance, but redraw them a little differently. Everyone looks pretty scary here too. To be honest, this whole atmosphere scares me a little, especially this red flickering background. I think it can cause epilepsy.
Regardless of this design, the music we hear here is really very strong. I like it. It seems to me that we have never heard such music in any of the mods about our game. Okay, let's continue adding characters here.
To be honest, I don't even really understand who is actually depicted here because everyone here looks extremely strange. By the way, just look at the yellow one. For some reason, he has a huge left eye. And by the way, Mr. Sun sounded just awful here.
Oh yeah, we definitely didn't remove him for nothing. And by the way, that song that's playing, we have sounds pretty aggressive right now. I think we need to add a little more aggression. By the way, we just added Mr. Computer here, but I don't think he's going to add aggression here. Wow! We also added me to this scene. But for some reason, I look like a bear here.
I'm definitely not used to seeing myself like this. And by the way, Mr. Computer sounds pretty good here. And we can also add those secret buttons from above here. But they haven't been changed at all. It seems to me that they slightly spoil the atmosphere. And their sounds have also remained the same. Well, okay, maybe we can remove and I want from here and add other characters here. Yeah, I think we should try to make a cool song. And I think we're picking the best sounds here so far. By the way, that Cyan sound is really weird. It should sound like a bell, but it sounds more like something else.
But we definitely should leave it here because it sounds pretty organic for this song. And now we've added me here. The melody I make really scares me. And by the way, for some reason, the developers decided to put an eye on my screen.
And I like this design even more. Just look at this chaotically moving eye. I think it really suits the scary atmosphere that the game developer tried to create. And the song that we got sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you. This song sounds really cool. I don't even want to change anything in it. Well, I really like this mode. I hope we'll come back here again. Now let's look at the next mod.
Wow! It looks like it's very different from the original. Everything is green here, and just listen to the first sound in this game.
This is the sound of a drum kick, and I think it's a very cool decision to add it here.
And now we've added Red here, and he also looks extremely strange. Wow, he's been given a sound that's absolutely atypical for him.
I want to hear all the other sounds in the game as soon as possible, because so far I like absolutely everything here.
By the way, the fanbot changes look pretty funny, because it's pretty weird to see him making bell sounds. Well, I definitely like this sound much more than the original. Now let's see how Veneria will sound here.
It sounds like a clap! And by the way, it's pretty weird that she has a road sign right on her forehead. Okay, now let's see what gray looks like.
For some reason, it's rewound with yellow tape, but by the way, it makes a bass sound, and it sounds pretty annoying. But I really like this sound a lot.
By the way, we added brown here, and it also sounds very cool. These sounds really sound much cooler than our original ones. I'm even a little surprised by this.
Now we have added another character here, and he has an exclamation mark above his head. This also looks extremely unusual. It seems to me that the sounds that are in this game are really some of the best sounds that we have heard in modifications about our game. By the way, Cyan is holding a camera in his hand. I wonder what sounds it will make. Wow! It turns out that this is the sound of the flash of this very camera. Well, the sounds in this game really sound extremely unusual. And it is very similar to some cool beat written by Kanye West.
Do you really think Kanye West could write a beat like this? By the way, just look at the purple one. He looks like a giant butterfly. In fact, they really changed him a lot here and added the coolest melody possible.
By the way, just look at the tree. It looks extremely unusual. I have never seen it have such glowing green eyes. It looks extremely scary.
Now we need to decide who we're going to remove from here. I think we should remove the red one and add the yellow one here.
Did you really decide to remove me from here? I felt very offended because of this. Although in fact I really do have a pretty idiotic sound here. But by the way, just look at the yellow one. He has pipes sticking out of his head. It looks extremely unusual. It's really weird that they decided to depict me here exactly like this. Because we didn't even get transported to another more creepy dimension. Maybe in the creepy dimension in this game, I'll look even more scary. And by the way, after we added Wenda here, we found out that she sings in a choir here.
I absolutely love this vocal here. Oh my god, Pink sounds absolutely gorgeous here. I didn't think she could have such a beautiful voice. And besides all this, she now has a third eye on her head. And by the way, we just added black here. But for some reason, we're not transported to another dimension.
By the way, it's really weird that I don't start transforming here. Apparently there is no creepy dimension in this game, and the creepy dimension is only in the main world. Okay, it looks like we're not destined to see more creepy characters. But I think we can stay here and experiment with all these sounds.
I absolutely agree with you. We should create some cool composition here. I am absolutely sure that we should leave the sound of purple and the sound of the computer in this song. I would also be very glad if we left my voice here because it sounds quite interesting. By the way, this tree sounds extremely unusual, but I think we will still remove the guy with a drum cymbal on his head here.
Great idea, let's remove him and think of someone we'll add here instead. I think we should choose something that will add even more harmony to this song. It might be great to add some character here that will create a calm atmosphere for this song. Yeah, this atmosphere is really cool as can be, and I think this calm beat sounds really cool. But I think we should still fill in all the empty spaces here. We already added bell sounds here, and I think we should maybe add some cyan here.
By the way, I completely forgot about it. Maybe it will really add a cool sound to our song. But I think even without it, this song sounds just awesome. In fact, I didn't think that it would be possible to create such cool songs here. And I'm not even sad that there is no creepy dimension here.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I actually didn't think I'd like this game so much, but I think it's amazing and all the sounds that play here are really cool. I hope we'll hear an update for this game very soon, and we'll definitely play it. I'd like to hear more sounds like that.
Well, I think we've enjoyed this game and all the sounds we've heard here enough. I think we'll definitely come back to it someday. And right now, I think it's time for us to move on to another game with really cool sounds that I found just recently.
There are absolutely no our characters here, but there are a huge number of other cheerful singing people here.
By the way, they sound quite interesting. We added only 2 characters, but we already got a pretty cool composition.
This sounds like some really cool beat. I'm really curious to hear all the sounds that are in this game. Let's start exploring them.
So far, our song sounds pretty cool. But all we've added here are different drum sounds. I think we need to add some melody or something like that.
It seems that most of the sounds that are in the top row are percussion instruments. And so far, we have just a beat without melody. We urgently need to fix this because it seems to me that we already have too many drums. Let's see what else is here.
Bro! I think we decided that the top row contains only the sounds of percussion instruments. But if you want to explore them all, I won't stop you.
I think Red will decide for himself what sounds he wants to listen to here. And to be honest, I think we added too many drums here. It's time for us to remove something and add something new.
Looks like now we've added blender sounds here. Let's listen to how it will sound in our song. And it seems to me that this sound already looks a little more like some kind of melody. Okay, we should definitely leave this guy here and remove some of the drums from here.
Okay, so it looks like not all the sounds in the top row were actually drum sounds. Because here we finally hear something more like a melody, and I'm starting to like it. But I think we're definitely missing some vocals or something here. Well, I think it's time to gradually add new sounds here. And now we've added some strange eye that's on a pedestal. To be honest, I absolutely don't understand what kind of installation this is, but it looks like it also has its own sounds.
To be honest, absolutely everything in this game looks strange and unusual, but the sounds here are really very cool. I really like the melody that can be obtained by combining these sounds, and I think that now we did the right thing by removing 3 drum sounds.
Now I think we should add some new sounds here that we haven't heard yet. We only have 3 sounds left, and now we've added some weird hot dog here. By the way, it sounds pretty interesting. It looks like it sets some kind of beat too.
The sound of the hot dog is really very unusual for him. And now we added a guy with glasses here. And to be honest, he plays some kind of synth melody. I think it suits us perfectly.
Do you really think so? Okay, I think in that case we should definitely leave it here. But now I think we need to add something new here. And now we have added this beat. To be honest, its sounds sound extremely strange. Well, I wouldn't say that these sounds are similar to the sounds of a bee. Rather, it is some kind of extremely strange, stupid melody. Okay, I think the best idea would be to remove it from here. And now we've added some huge guy here.
This guy is very huge, but to be honest, the melodies he makes are very hard to distinguish. But I think it would be much better to leave him here instead of that guy with glasses.
Great idea. I think we should remove it and add this girl with the guitar here. By the way, I like the melody she plays much more. We should definitely leave her here.
But now we need to decide which of them we're going to remove. And I think the best idea was to remove this duck from here. Great. Now let's add a huge number of other characters and listen to how they all sound here.
This guy with hot dogs scares me. I am very scared, as is this guy in the mask, but I like his sounds quite a lot. Just like the sounds of this girl who is dancing on the pedestal. Not only does this guy look creepy, but he also sings some stupid song, so we'll remove it from here. But this guy who was really lazy, we definitely have to leave here. And now we've added some weird mushroom here.
Okay, looks like I realize this guy scares me a lot more. Wait, what just happened? We added this giant here, and everything changed its color scheme. Okay, looks like we should definitely keep him here.
By the way, he dances the most funny, and he also makes really cool sounds. We should definitely leave these sounds in our song. But now we need to decide who we will remove from here. And to be honest, I think first we need to add this guy who looks like Bart Simpson.
This guy doesn't just look like Bart Simpson, he is. But to be honest, I think he's too quiet for our tune. He really does make too quiet music, so we definitely need to get him out of here.
Okay, I guess now we need to decide who we're going to add here. And we added these weird rectangles here. By the way, just look. As soon as we added them here, all our buttons on the panel started to mix up and look really weird. Okay, it looks like this sound is making everything lag really bad. I think we need to remove this as soon as possible so that everything stops lagging and we can use all the buttons here normally. Great! After we removed this, everything started to sound normal.
I think we need to remove this as soon as possible so that everything stops lagging and we can use all the buttons here normally. Great! After we removed this, everything started to sound normal.
And I think we finished creating this song, and we should look at another mode that is very similar to our original one.
This game looks a little different. Here we have replaced sounds and pictures.
By the way, I like the orange sounds much more than the original. Okay, let's see how the other sounds sound here.
Oh, just look at how red looks here, and it seems to me that its sound is much cooler than the sound in the original.
Yes, I like these sounds much more too. Now let's see how this guy with a plate on his head sounds. I really want to hear these sounds.
Now we'll hear them. These sounds are really very different from the original. I hope we'll like them all. So far, we have a pretty interesting composition. I think we should add other characters and hear how they sound here.
We should add 2 characters at the same time. Great! We added them, and now we have some really cool hip-hop beat. So far, I really like how everyone is voiced here.
I think we should continue adding the rest of the characters. Okay, let's do it right now.
We finally added Brud here. I really want to know what sound it will make. Wow, it sounded like some weird bells. To be honest, I don't think it really suited our composition.
I don't think we'll like the green one here very much. It usually always makes some weird noises, and it definitely won't suit us here either. I think we're unlikely to like all the other sounds here, Sky. I didn't always like it either, to be honest. Just like I don't like the sounds of the sun.
Yes, I think they absolutely do not fit any song. Okay, now let's add purple here, but I think it will not please us with any cool hip-hop sounds either.
Let's listen to how it sounds here. Oh no, it definitely doesn't suit us. I don't like this saxophone sound at all. Okay, now let's add some wood here, and it also adds some extremely unpleasant sound.
By the way, I like the sounds of yellow here much more. It sounds much cooler here. Okay, we removed green from here and added Tunner here.
Yes, I always like his sounds. He always sounds quite interesting, and it seems to me that he even fits in this song very well. Okay, now let's add Mr. Fun Computer here. Oh, finally we added him! And by the way, he has completely replaced the lyrics to his song. I like this lyrics much more. It's really nice.
I feel weird hearing myself like this. But you're actually right. These sounds really do sound really cool. And just listen to how Wenda sounds here. She really has one of the best new sounds in this game, and I'm definitely sure we should keep her.
I totally agree with you. Her sounds are really cool. And now we added the pink one here, and to be honest, her sound doesn't really suit us. As well as the blue guy's sounds because they always sing in chorus.
I think it's time to go to another dimension. Wait, we added this guy here and nothing happens to him. Oh no, now I understand what should have happened. It turns out there is also an animation of him transforming. And now we finally go here.
Okay, let's listen to the sounds that are here. I like the orange one quite a lot. Now let's add me. Oh my god, I think they really made fun of me. I look just disgusting here. Oh yeah, you look really weird here. Okay, I think we should try the other characters. By the way, they have been changed quite a bit. They look almost the same as in the original version of the game. But by the way, Funbot looks completely different. And to be honest, his sounds are really cool.
Wait, seriously? Pink finally doesn't sing in a choir? Wow, they really gave her some really cool sounds. I didn't expect to hear her like that here.
And by the way, we just added you here. Let's listen to the sounds you make. Wow, they added a new song for you here too. But to be honest, it doesn't fit our composition at all. Just like the sounds of blue.
By the way, guys, there are only 5 of us so far, but we really want one of our friends to record a video with us. Be sure to write in the comments who else you would like to hear here, and we will definitely add them.
I think it would be really cool to add Venda to our lineup. And the rest of the guys, I think they would be really happy and would definitely agree to shoot new videos with us. I think we will add 2 more characters. But who it will be decided by our viewers in the comments. So let's see what comments they write to us. And after that, we will definitely add someone new here.
Great idea, guys! I totally agree that we should add someone else here. And by the way, our song that we just created turned out pretty interesting. I really like all the sounds here.
To be honest, I never liked the sounds of purple. This guy sounds too loud, and I think we should get him out of here. Let's listen to what the sun sounds like in this game.
By the way, it looks extremely scary. This huge eye that looks straight at me is really very creepy. But its sound is absolutely not suitable for us here. Therefore, I think that we will return Funbot here or try to test some other characters here.
We've already heard that. How does it sound? I think we should remove it and still try to test new characters. By the way, we've already heard it too, as far as I remember. And to be honest, its sounds are too quiet for our song. I think we've heard almost everyone here except Venda. Let's add her here and listen to the sound she makes. Wow, I think she sounds pretty good here. I think we should definitely keep her.
I think we've already heard almost all the sounds that are here, and so I think we should try testing another mode.
Wait, don't tell me it's Pokémon. Wow, I love Pokémon.
By the way, I know absolutely nothing about Pokémon. It seems to me that this is some kind of old man's fun.
Dude, you are very wrong. I love Pokémon too. I watched them a lot as a child. And I also remember in 2016 there was a really cool game about them.
Are you talking about that game where Pokémon spawned in a random place on the map and people actually walked down the street to find them? Yes, I remember something like that. It seems to me that it was a long time ago.
Actually, it was 2016. I remember I played this game a little myself and I really liked it. Let's not get distracted from the game. We have already found 3 Pokémon skins here and they look amazing.
In fact, these 3 skins are the types of evolution of the Pokémon Eevee. I can name them all by name, but I don't want to seem like a nerd to you. And yes, I am a huge fan of Pokémon. And this Pokémon in the center, I think, is known to absolutely everyone. Even people who have not watched a single episode of this cartoon.
Oh yeah, it's Pikachu! He looks really cute, and I know there are a lot of different souvenirs with his appearance. I think that's why everyone knows about him, because at one point he was on absolutely every corner.
We added 2 more skins from the Pokémon universe, and to be honest, this Pokeball looks just disgusting. Okay, as far as I understand, there are several types of evolution of the Pokémon Eevee, and in the middle, we have Pikachu. And apparently, in the regular version of this game, there are absolutely no other skins from Pokémon.
Apparently, the developers were really too lazy to add the rest of the skins from the Pokémon universe, and they also didn't change the sounds at all. They remained the same. But by the way, the song that consists exclusively of Pokémon sounds pretty good. I like it, and I think it sounds very fun and pleasant.
I think we should go to that evil universe and see what Pokémon look like there. Let's grab that big black hat right now and go straight there to see what they look like there.
Great idea. I think it's time to do it, especially since that Pokeball looked as disgusting as possible. So let's go there and see what awaits us there.
Okay, we're finally in this creepy world. Oh my god, just look. It looks like someone killed Pyro.
I am so sad to look at this cute Pokemon. Just look at how they look. It looks like they have been suffering for a very long time. But by the way, it seems to me that these sounds do not suit them at all. It seems to me that the developers should have slightly changed the sounds for Pokémon in this game so that it sounded authentic.
You're right, bro. I also think that the developers should have approached this game more responsibly. And I also think it would be great if the developers replaced absolutely all the skins in this game with Pokémon. But unfortunately, this did not happen. In any case, they look quite interesting and very cute.
Yes, they really should have been added here. But these Pokémon look pretty cute. By the way, just look at this purple Pokémon. It looks like they added some weird speakers to his head. It looks pretty weird because he doesn't even move his mouth. Okay, now let's look at what the Pokeball looks like in this game. And by the way, the developers added a giant eye in the middle like it was in the original.
Anyway, I don't like the sound it makes at all. It sounds pretty stupid. But nevertheless, the song we put together from Pokémon sounds cool in this game. Okay, let's add other Sprunky here now. And by the way, just look at that red guy. It looks like he became a ghost because he's almost transparent.
Yes, this looks really weird. It looks like the developers decided to replace him with a ghost. Let's look at the other characters that are in this game. It is quite possible that they have also been changed somehow. But unfortunately, this guy with a drum symbol on his head is not changed at all.
It is quite possible that some of the other characters have been changed, but we are already adding a 3rd character here, and he looks exactly the same as all the other characters here. Okay, it looks like there are absolutely no changes here. All the characters except Pokémon have remained the same, and their sounds are absolutely the same as they were in the original versions of the game.
Yes, I also think that in this game there are absolutely no changes. Maybe we should explore other characters like the computer, but unfortunately he also sounds exactly the same as in the original. It seems to me that here all the other characters really remained exactly the same.
I think we should add this yellow guy here. I never liked his sound at all. But maybe there have been some changes here. Wait, does it seem to me that he started to sound different? Yes, he has pauses in his song, but nevertheless, nothing else has changed here at all. So I think it's time to move on to another modification about Sprunky.
Okay, here they look completely different. And it seems like they even sound new. Okay, well, I really want to hear what kind of composition we'll put together here.
So far, I really like absolutely all the sounds that are here. It seems to me that it even sounds very much like some kind of cool hip-hop.
I think this is exactly what this game was missing. Just listen to this cool sound that Funbot makes.
It looks like he had some new beat recorded, and here we will hear it. And now we need to listen to what sounds will Green make. But it looks like these sounds are too quiet for our composition.
So I think we should find someone to replace him. I think we'll take this guy with a bucket on his head. Let's listen to how he sounds. Wow, they really changed his sounds a lot, and I like this sound much more than his previous one. I think we'll keep him. And now, let's add Garnold here.
I'm very curious to know what sounds it makes. I think the sound is pretty boring. It's too loud and sounds over the entire composition. I think it should be removed and instead add some lime.
That's a great idea. Let's add him here. But to be honest, I never liked his sound. He sounds too weird, and this time his sound is almost no different from his original version. So I think we'll remove him this time too and replace him with another character.
Okay, I think that would be a great idea. Instead of it, we should add some sky blue. I think it would definitely fit our composition perfectly. But to be honest, I don't really like the sound of it either.
So far, the other sounds don't really fit with our hip-hop composition. We need to add something else here. Next up is Mr. Sun, and by the way, his sound was replaced pretty cool. Now I like the music he plays there.
I think we'll even have to leave him here along with all the other characters because he fits our composition quite well. And now we'll find out what Derple sounds like. And to be honest, his sound is extremely strange. He sounds like some kind of saxophone or something like that.
I don't think this is the character that will perfectly fit our song. Just listen to the sounds he makes. This guy is really bad. And now we'll add Simon here, and to be honest, his sound also sounds somehow incomprehensible. I don't think this is the sound we need in this song, so he should also be deleted and replaced with someone else.
I totally agree with you. It feels like this sound doesn't suit us at all. So I think we should explore the rest of the characters that are left here. And now we should add this whistling guy named Tunner.
Great idea. I've always liked just the way it sounds, but I think it suits me especially well in this song. And now we'll add Mr. Fun Computer here, and just listen to how it sounds. My God, they replaced the whole song and the lyrics in it. I really like the way it sounds.
We should definitely leave him here because I want to hear his new singing in this game. But now we need to choose which of all the other characters we will remove, and I think we have already made our choice. Okay, now let's add Wendy here and listen how she sounds here.
Wow, just listen to her. She makes some really cool hip-hop sounds. We should definitely keep her here, and instead we'll take out Mr. Sun and Mr. Fun Computer.
Great! I think we removed those characters that we absolutely didn't need. And now that we've brought those two characters back here, it sounds like real hip-hop. Well, I think we should explore the other sounds that we haven't heard yet.
We added Pinky here, and she does some weird choir singing. To be honest, I don't like it at all. And neither does Jevin's choir singing. So we're gonna add a guy in a hat here now.
Wait, what's going on? Why isn't he making any sounds? Is it just me or is the game lagging? Oh my God, what's happening to him? Just look, he's starting to turn into something, and now we've been transported to the other world.
And here, all the sounds are also very different from the sounds in the original game. Just listen. This very fast hip-hop beat reminds me of the songs of the Prodigy group. Although it seems to me that most of our subscribers do not even know about this group.
I think our subscribers are not so young as you think. By the way, just listen to all these sounds. They really sound very loud and very cool. I really like the sounds that happen here.
Yes, these sounds really sound very cool. We get some extremely cool songs. It seems to me that this is what the game was missing the most. By the way, just listen to how they replaced Garnold's voice.
Okay, I really want to hear all the other sounds besides Garnold. All of the ones we added sound really cool. But I think we should replace this character now and add Lime instead. I really want to hear how it sounds here.
And this guy always sounded a little weird to me. I don't think he could make an interesting sound even in this other world. Just listen to him. This sound sounds the weirdest. Okay, now we tried adding Sky here, but he also doesn't sound right for our song.
Let's try adding Mr. Sun here. But to be honest, his sounds also sound extremely strange. It seems to me that all the characters from the bottom line of icons will sound inappropriate. They all look somehow extremely strange, and to be honest, they do not fit into the concept of our melody.
We need to hear all the available characters in this game anyway. Now we've added Mr. Happy Computer and Wenda here. And to be honest, I don't really like the sounds of Mr. Happy Computer, but Wenda sounds really cool here.
Wait, did you really call him Mr. Happy Computer? That's not the right name for this character. Okay, it looks like we've explored absolutely every sound in this game, and to be honest, I really like them all. Now I suggest we move on to the next game where all the Sprunks will be babies.